Alola Pokemon trainers, this is GatorEX, and today I'm going to be talking about 8 NPCs that I found very interesting in Pokemon Sun and Moon. Now I have completed the game, and so I've just compiled a list of characters that I thought were very strange, very weird, entertaining, or just downright crazy. The only rule is that they need to be non-playable characters that appear in the game and don't have any specific names. Also, very quickly before I begin, there have been some problems with YouTube recently, so if you'd like to make sure you see each new video as it's posted and won't be accidentally unsubscribed from my channel, make sure you click the little bell icon to enable notifications. So anyway, the first NPC I want to talk about is at the top of Mount Lanakila. Now there is a black belt standing at the edge of the cliff with his Machamp. We don't want to talk to the black belt. The Machamp is the interesting one. Once you walk up to Machamp and talk to him, he will actually say Machampion, which I thought was very strange and weird, as normally Pokemon don't say things that practically are human words, but it's just very odd. Of course, he's saying this in reference to the brand new Pokemon League that is also on top of Mount Lanakila, but it's still very strange and kind of funny also. Now for the next NPC, we need to go to Route 8 and take a little detour to the Dream Park, or the location of the fossil restoration services. When I first stopped by this location before I had any fossils, I thought it was very interesting because this entire place is obviously a reference to Jurassic Park. The guy there states that he wants to make this place a park where prehistoric Pokemon can live. There is a lot of construction material, and there's even an RV, which in a way I see as a reference to the Jurassic Park movies as well. The fact that a lot of portions of the Jurassic Park movies were filmed in Hawaii and Alola is based on Hawaii makes a lot of sense as well. For the next NPCs, we fly to Po Town, which, as you know, has been taken over by Team Skull. I thought it was real funny the first time I got here and explored the Pokemon Center to find it overrun with Team Skull members. The shop is gone, the cafe is non-functional, and you can't even heal your Pokemon for free. Team Skull will actually charge you to heal their Pokemon, which I thought was real funny, and they even do this rap which is absolutely terrible and cringy to read, but it just fits Team Skull so well. If you go there during the post game, you can actually purchase a Team Skull tank, which is pretty neat, but once you do that, they leave the Pokemon Center, and I want to leave them there because they just look so funny there. The next NPC can be found in various cities. I'm sure you've noticed the people walking around to make the city look more lively, as we've seen in Pokemon games in the past. Now, if you stop these NPCs and talk to them, they'll say a random phrase like Alola or how's it, but my favorite random phrase is looking good. It's probably a reference to the character customization, but I actually really like getting complimented, especially by this one girl in particular. The next NPC is in the Hano Grand Resort. Now, this all happens so fast and it only happens once, so I only have still images, but it's very, very weird and worth mentioning. You'll find a Machamp with two girls who are about to golf, and the girls are saying a lot of things about Machamp's muscles, and then you even get a little text box that says Machamp feels uncomfortable. Then if you decide to intervene, the girls will get mad at you and challenge you to a double battle, but once you beat them, they'll leave. However, it turns out you didn't rescue the Machamp, it was a guy in a costume the entire time. Apparently he had put on a Machamp costume in hopes of making some money as a caddy. Of course, he does understand that you were just trying to do the right thing, so he gives you a TM, attract. Wait, what? Okay, so not only is this Machamp getting harassed by these girls, but on top of that, it turns out it was a guy, and he says he was doing it on purpose to make some money. But then on top of that, the TM he hands you is attract. So does like dressing up as a Pokemon allow you to learn TMs, and then did he use attract on those girls to make some extra tips? Okay, I'm digging a little too deep into this, but I'm just shocked completely that there are Pokemon that aren't really Pokemon, they're guys in costumes. The next NPC can be found at any Pokemon Center, and that is the cafe owner. Cafes in Sun and Moon are just ways to get some nice little items like lava cookies and old gateau and things of the sort. But those come as free gifts after you purchase an actual drink, and some of the drinks are kind of strange. First of all, you can order Moo Moo Milk, and as he gives you your Moo Moo Milk, he'll say some weird things that slightly make me feel uncomfortable. Notably, him suggesting that I let it glide on my tongue so that I can enjoy it. And then there's also the fact that he serves Tapu Koko sometimes. Okay, no, I stop with the puns. The weird thing about this guy is that he starts to get really personal while serving you different drinks, mentioning his wife when you order a Tapu Koko. Next in Paniola Town, it's not really an NPC, but in Kiawe's house, there's a cactus with a hat on it. Now, you can't really do anything with this cactus, and in reality, it's just serving as a coat rack, but throughout the house, there are magma Magmar everywhere. Now, like I said, this is Kiawe's house, but the Magmar everywhere seems a little excessive. And then going upstairs doesn't make it any better because there are 3 Magmar just hanging out in the hallway, looking at you awkwardly as you approach them. I just always think it's weird whenever there are a lot of one Pokemon in one place. Now the last NPC can be found at the Royal Avenue in the Thrifty Mega Mart. Now this is an event that you can't repeat once you have gone through it once, but the NPC of our focus is this Hypno inside the store. When you first interact with this Hypno, you see that it has a sign around its neck that reads, "I'm just a poor Hypno, share some love." Of course, I actually like Hypno and feel sorry for some of the bad reputation it's got, so I really did want to help out this Pokemon. You have the option of giving it 1, 10, or 1,000 Pokédollars. Of course, me being the generous soul that I am, I gave him 1,000, but then I found out that it's not really a Hypno. That's right, it's a guy dressed as a Pokemon yet again. He does give you a TM after being so generous to him, but I honestly wish I would have helped out an actual Hypno. I mean, I don't know what Pokemon need with money anyway, but I still want to help him out in some way. That brings it to a solid 8 weird NPCs, but there is one more thing I want to mention. This last one takes place inside your own home. Now we all know about the Meowth that our mother owns. He's a neat little character that we get to see throughout some of the story, and I think he's a huge step up from XY's Fletchling. But if you go to the back of the house and into your mother's room, you'll actually find Meowth's bed, and when you examine it, you'll see that it's Meowth's bed, but it doesn't get much use since Meowth normally sleeps in your mom's bed. Now I don't know if that was Pokemon trying to make some sort of joke, trying to roast you or something, but it definitely reads that way. But it doesn't get much use since it spent so much time in your mom's bed. Oh! Okay, I won't do that again. Anyway, that's been it for the 8 weird NPCs that I found on Alola. I don't know if that's all of them that are weird or interesting or really creepy, especially as far as people being in Pokemon costumes. If there are 2, I'm pretty sure there's more to find, but I haven't been able to find anything online, so if by chance you've run into any of these weird NPCs, let me know in the comments down below. Also remember to leave a like to show your support and subscribe if you'd like to stick around, but also I want to remind you to enable notifications if you do subscribe since YouTube has been going through some problems recently. Anyway, this has been GatorEX. Have a weird day.